Good afternoon. Hello, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Winston from树德University. It's such a great honor to share my opinions of cultural communications between the US and Taiwan to you. Today, I'd like to introduce you the MICE industry. Why? MICE industry, I think MICE industry is an emerging industry and it has a great potential. According to, I boldly define it just like a new engine of Taiwan's economy. Why? According to our Bureau of Foreign Trade, each exhibition could bring the related industry 10 times as much as itself. So you might wonder, why would I do, how to do the communication through the MICE industry? Well, here are some points that I think they are the best way for us to do this communication. First, economy. You might know the gap between the poor and the rich is getting bigger and bigger day after day. Okay, I'm sorry. What I mean is, it seems like just always those same service suppliers could earn money from the MICE industry. But I believe there are some non-mainstream, but extremely potential services. Suppliers could give the MICE organizers the top class products or services. And who are they? They are social welfare groups, shelter workshop, indigenous people, and so on and so on. It's so many, okay? And my suggestion is to hold a forum to discuss how to distribute the output value of MICE industry to these suppliers, what I mentioned. And so that we could narrow down the wealth gap. And second, tourism. We can take advantages of incentive travels and after conference excursions or other MICE events. For example, 3 months ago, our respectable president, Ms. Wen Tsai, has released a video which is spent a night at Taiwan's presidential office building. And I think it's invites all guests from all over the world to enjoy Taiwan's crown jewel. What is the crown jewel? Which is safety and friendliness. And if you really came to Taiwan before, you might know that Taiwan people could treat you truly friendly and kindly, just like you are their good friends. So I think with Taiwan people's personality, I think we can do all the mutual cultural communications together. And third, green MICE. As you know, you might know that environmental awareness has aroused, so that we must take actions to protect our planet. And my idea is, let's hold some assembly to share our opinions of environmental, to protect our environments. And I think conducting 3R principles is not enough. I know now we need to shrink our events footprint of water, plastic, and carbon. Take an example. We can use local food to treat our guests rather than imported foods, so that we could reduce the emission of carbon produced by the airplane or the freight cars. And also, we also can have a featured eco-friendly tour to discover what we really need to do to protect our Mother Nature. Fourth, human resources. We can hold some certain contests or provide some opportunities of exchanging to other countries. So, okay, I take example here. In this September, I participate my destination marketing contest. It's hosted by TAITRA, which is Taiwan External Trade Development Council, and this contest aims to help international students majoring in my fields to communicate with each other. So it made me think about why don't we could have some similar contest to help our young generations to become young professionals, so that they could share their ideas globally, or maybe the winner of the contest could have a chance to travel, to have an internship or travel to other countries. And finally is technology. What are the differences between two countries on implementing technology? Okay, I take example here, and last month I attended a workshop also hosted by TAITRA, and the main topic is about the app for mice industry, and the app is kind of similar with LinkedIn, and it includes lots of users. You could see this is the suppliers of mice industry and this multimedia reporters. This app aims to help reporters and suppliers to connect with organizers more quickly and more directly. So I believe not just 5 these items could be the advantage of mice industry. I believe it could be more and more. But what else? I believe due to communication, we can get together and do communications so that we could build a wonderful future together. That concludes my talk. Thank you.
I really like your ideas. For the first idea, I'd like to ask you more. How do you propose to distribute the output of mice for the poorer people in society? Like how to reduce the wealth gap between the rich and the poor?
Just like I say in the presentation, it seems like just those same suppliers could earn the money. So why don't we change these suppliers, like always the same? This same is the transportation producers, transportation providers, but those are non-mainstream. But why don't we change to him? Change to him so that he could provide top-class services also, and maybe we can give 50% to him and give 50% to him, so that we could distribute the upper value. And, yes.
Okay, my question is about since 2016,
Yes.
the Taiwanese government has provided a great deal of subsidy to a lot of the industries that you talk about, especially relevant to tourism. Do you think that the government, because this is a free market economy, should continue to do that? Because certainly China is criticized a great deal for, supporting their economy in terms of monetary policy. But do you think we should be criticized in the same way in Taiwan, that we do too much for the tourism industry and perhaps not enough for agriculture, or not enough for education, and so on? Do you think that we do too much or too little, or enough?
You mean tourism?
Well, yeah, as far as the subsidy, the support that we get from the central government.
I don't think we get much subsidy for the government, and
Not enough.
I
don't want to
think
put
it's
words
not
in your
enough.
mouth, but
Yeah, because I believe our tourism is still could be, our tourism industry could be improved, because I don't think the 30 seconds video could attract guests from all over the world. I think we need to do more efforts on this topic so
Like
that we
have a
can
new president. No, I'm kidding.
You mean?
No, I'm
you
kidding,
want
I'm
to-
kidding.
Okay.
Bad joke.
I would like to respond to your green mice,
Okay.
but it is not directly related to the idea of mice. It's about the green consciousness. I wonder if you how do you reduce your carbon footprint? I mean, how do you reduce your emissions of carbon dioxide?
I think just like I say in the presentation, if we use local foods to treat our guests, rather than imported food, so that we don't need to call the transportation providers to say, oh, I want an airplane, so the airplane won't be started. So we could reduce the carbon emission produced by the car or by the airplane. Yeah. Did I answer your question?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.